Guys, it's that time of the month again. It's time to review our arena tier list with all the new cookies that have came out to the game, Moonlight, perhaps even, and the buffs that we've gotten to the ancient cookies. But first, we're going to go ahead and talk about what moves around the tier list, and then we're going to talk about where the new cookies go. So we're going to work our way down from the top to bottom as far as changes and everything like that go. So guys, we're going to be moving Espresso out of the meta tier down to the B tier. This is because Injury took a big hit, especially with Pure Vanilla Cookie coming to the game. Also, Espresso against Shield is not too good. So that's another reason why he's going down to the B tier. That boy, Charles Cookie, yoinky doinky lemon stoinky. That boy's going straight to S tier. I don't think he's meta anymore per se. I think Finn's still in the meta, and Finn's a lot better now for the meta. But yeah, guys, we're moving Charles down to the S tier just because he's not as used as much in arena anymore. There's definitely better frontline options now. Eclair is going to be moving out of meta tier down to the A tier now, guys. But he's still viable in arena, just not as much anymore, especially with all the debuffers that's going around and all the shields and stuff like that, debuff removal. He's just not as cracked as he used to be in arena. For that boy, Captain Caviar is going to be moving down from the meta tier to the S tier. Now, the reason is this, guys, is because of Hollyberry's damage dispersion. That means when he's targeting the 3 cookies with the highest attack, that damage is getting dispersed all the Hollyberry. She's taking some of that damage away, and also the crit resist as well. It just makes him not as viable, and also PV has shields too, so that's cringe. We're going to be moving Dark Choco down from the S tier, guys, to an A tier. Now, the reason we're moving Dark Cacao down from the S to the A tier is because Injury is kind of scuffed right now, and it's hard to use any injury-based teams right now. Also, when you're limited to only 3 ancient / legendaries cookies per team, there's just better options in Dark Cacao right now, especially Hollyberry and PV being so cracked, which we'll get to later. We're also going to be moving Crunchy down from the S tier to the A tier as well. The reason we're moving Crunchy down is because the attack slow really doesn't do too much right now, and there's just better options for the front line, as I said before, guys. He's just not as strong on the front line as he was before. Moving down to the A tier now, guys, we're going to be moving Herb down from the A tier to the B tier now, guys. The reason why we're moving Herb down from the A to the B tier is because of Sleep. Sleep really messes this man up. It's very hard for him to get any of his abilities off, and also Herb was really only used on the comp with Pinecone anyways, and Pinecone is kind of smashed this season. His Pinecone is not growing anywhere this season, so Herb also inherently becomes not as good. Moving on to the B tier now, guys. Carol was really good for scam comp and can still be used for scam comp, but scam comp kind of gets slapped now by the Moonlight comp, so we're moving Carol down to C tier now. Coco is also getting moved down from the C tier to the D tier, guys. Milky Way is just a better cookie, which we'll talk about later. Now, guys, this is also a very big change, guys. PV is going from the C tier to the meta tier. Yo, PV is absolutely meta this season with the huge buffs he's gotten, with the HP shield he gives, the extra healing he provides, and the reduced cooldown that he has. Absolutely smacks, and he deserves to be meta. Level him up. He's great for arena right now. And moving on to our D tier now, guys. Hollyberry, of course, is meta now. I think Hollyberry is probably the best tank in the game right now. Absolutely smacked. Imagine she went from being not anything and being like so dog water, dog trash, to being probably the best tank in the game. Let's go, boys. But the main reason why she's a meta now is because the damage dispersions got a little bit better. Also, she disperses crit damage as well. She will stun the enemies now too, and yeah, HP is increased too. It's just a lot she got increased by, and she does more damage, everything like that. So yeah, the reason why both of these ancients are up here too, and this does include Dark Cacao as well, but you don't use them much because you use these two instead. They also have their new landmark now, which increases the HP of all ancients. Cream Puff, guys, is moving up from the D tier to the C tier. You can use Cream Puff in one scam comp, which is actually not too bad, but outside of that, kind of copium. And Lico too, guys. Lico is moving up from the D tier to the C tier. Since the last time we did this tier list, he got a candy, and he's not bad for arena right now. Or I wouldn't say not bad for arena, but he's definitely better on summoner teams than he was, so I think he deserves to be moved up from D tier to C tier. Let's go ahead and talk about the 4 cookies added to the game since I did my last tier list. Prophet, Pinecone, Milky Way, and Moonlight Cookie. Starting off with the guy who got released first, Pinecone Cookie. We're putting Pinecone in B tier. Pinecone is not completely dog water, dog trash, but he does get countered by a lot of the Moonlight comps now, so that's kind of trash. But other than that, guys, he can be decent in arena. Like I said, he goes hand in hand with Herb. If Pinecone's doing well, then Herb's doing well. If not, then it's the other way around. Then they're just bad together. That boy, Pussy Cookie, put his ass in D tier. He's only good for one East comp, really, and that's it. Other than that, yeah, he's not that good. I think even Cream Puff does more healing and more damage than he does. So, yeah, down there you go. Now, Milky Way Cookie is an interesting one, guys. For Milky Way Cookie, guys, we're actually putting Milky Way Cookie into the C tier. Like I said, I think Milky Way Cookie is a good replacement for Cocoa Cookie. That's why Cocoa Cookie was moved down a tier to the D tier. I just think that Milky Way Cookie does everything Cocoa Cookie does a little bit better, especially because she has her own self-heal, she has stun resist for the team, and so on and so forth. And she also gives a pretty good damage down debuff to the enemy as well. And finally, Moonlight Cookie. Where's Moonlight Cookie, yo? You guys, you should know this already, meta. Moonlight Cookie does sleep, she does piercing damage, damage to the enemy. She pierces their damage risk, and she does true damage based off of max HP. Absolutely insane. She does an insane amount of damage, and you should absolutely be using her on your team for Arena if you have her. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for my tier list today. I have it up on here on screen if you want to take a screenshot and look over it and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, tell me what your thoughts are on this tier list. Maybe consider coming to Twitch and checking us out at 2 p.m. CST. We stream here every day at twitch.tv/YouTube can't see me. Also, if you're the 90% that hasn't subscribed to the channel, maybe do that too. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your comments below, and I'll see you in the next one later. Bye-bye!